Hey, how are we? For those of you that don't know me, my name's Caroline. I'm from the Country Dwellers, alongside with my partner Andy and our two doggos, Luna and Kyra. We live on our little 2-acre smallholding down in South West Wales. We have something very exciting about to happen, which is a completely new experience for us. We have 2 sheep, 2 ewes, that are pregnant. Hazel and Honeysuckle are our 2 Portland sheep. Portlands originate from Dorset, down on the south coast of England, but we have them here in Wales. There's not very many of us. There's only 4 owners in Wales that own Portlands, and we're very lucky to have them. Portlands are a rare breed, so we've got to look after them. So we are about to embark on our very first lambing. Now, we both have experience of lambing in a training level, but we've never done it ourselves before. And our 2 Portlands, Hazel and Honeysuckle, are also going to be new mums. So it's a very exciting adventure for all of us. Now, I have a very special little lady in my life who is doing agriculture in school this term. And she asked me very nicely, via her mum, if I could do some videos of what we get up to during lambing over the next few weeks, with bits of information and so on, so she can show her school friends and her teachers. So I thought at the same time, I'll tell you what, why don't I just do a video for everybody, documenting what we get up to. It's the first time for us, it's the first time for the sheep, so why don't you come with us and we can all experience it together. Wish us luck. So these are our 4 sheep. We have 2 big girls who are easy cares. Now, easy cares means exactly that. In theory, they're easy to care for. They shed themselves and they pretty much do their own thing. Now, these 2 aren't pregnant, so it's these 2 here. These 2 aren't pregnant. They're old girls now and they're living their retirement. These 2 here with the horns are our Portlands. And these are the girls that are pregnant. And you can see that they've been marked by their boyfriend because they've got yellow markings on their back end, and they are due, in theory, within the next few days. So in an ideal world, we'd love nothing more than these girls being out in the paddock all day long, enjoying some nice grass until pretty much they're due in the next few days. However, sadly, the same as the rest of the country, South West Wales has been battered by continuous rain. And we are nothing short of a mud bath. And our paddocks have got virtually no grass and everything's wet. So what we're doing is we're having them out in the paddocks during the day, and then we're bringing them in here into this pen area, which, as you can see, even this is getting a little bit muddy now, which is ridiculous. It's got stone underneath, but the water from that paddock is just running down here. So what we try and make sure we do is we have the dry area in the stable for them. So at night they cooch up, cooch being the Welsh word for cuddle. They all cooch up in there in the nice warm and dry overnight. So then we can guarantee that if one of them does give birth overnight, we at least know Mum and Lammy is going to be safe and warm, aren't we, babe? I'm going to leave these girls now to have their tea, settle down for the night, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, how are we? It's Sunday the 17th of March, 6:30 in the morning. I'm just going to go up and check the sheepies. I don't think there's going to be any movement overnight. Number 2026, Hazel, on paper, is due today, but I still think she may be a couple of days off. So we're going to have a look. Morning, girls. No, definitely no lambs, because they're all out here to meet me. Morning, girlies. Just to say as well, I say that on paper she's due. We don't 100% know whether the 2 of them are pregnant because we haven't had them scanned. We decided not to. We've only got 2 sheep, and we personally thought it wasn't cost effective to get a vet out or a scanner out to come and scan them. So we are doing it all by eye, really, as such. There are a few signs that you can look out for. So I shall show you now. A few telltale signs that you can look for if you haven't had them scanned. One of which is they start to round up a little bit. So you can see just around the edges, starting to barrel up a little bit. And you can see just on here on this one. You can also look at their teats and also look at their back end to see whether it's swelling up a little bit. So I'm going to feed these girls now and we'll see if we can get a closer look. It's a bit dark in here, but we're trying to feed these girls separately because our two easy cares are greedy. So, and they just try and eat all the food that these girls are on. Now they obviously all eat the same stuff, but these girls are just on a little bit more. And if you don't feed them separately, these two right here will eat everything. If I can get a closer look. So she's a bit, sometimes you can tell, they lift their tail up. She's beginning to pink up a little bit under there. I don't want to aggravate her too much. Sometimes you can tell if they're pregnant by, especially if they're first time mums, it's really hard to tell because they kind of keep their cards close to their chest as such. But if you see that she's beginning to pink up under there, I don't know whether I can actually get some milk out or whether she's got anything. No, nothing yet. But she's looking round to here. But she, I always get confused, she is not due until Wednesday in theory. This however is Hazel and she's supposed to be due today, but it's not an exact science. As you can see, she's definitely rounder here, I would say. Let's see whether we can see what her, I don't want to stress her. Yeah, she's definitely pink under there. I don't know, she's a bit flighty sometimes, this one, so she may not let me near her. But see if she's got anything. Yeah, she's definitely bagging under there. There's nothing coming out yet. She's definitely bagged up under there. So that's encouraging. So she is due today. Now, as you can see, it might be a little bit easier to see. As you can see, she's getting round to here. And round to here. They say when you look at them from down here they should look more like an egg shape, whatever that means. So we're all learning together, gang, aren't we, darling? We're all learning together. But she's definitely bagged up a little bit down there. Another telltale sign apparently, and she hasn't quite done it yet, is their hips start sucking in here, ready to give birth to the babies. But her fleeces are so thick it's really hard to tell, but it's a waiting game. But I think you are, Poppet, aren't you? Now we just have to wait. As I said, honeysuckle here, another few days off potentially. Aren't you, darling? Yeah? Good girl. So I've come in the shed to feed these girls. And she has goo. Oh, they're back in. This is too exciting. Hey gang, 20th of March, I want to show you something, okay? We have goo. Can you see? It's pretty grim, but we've got goo. We've got goo! Oh my god, we've got goo! What does that mean, Poppet? Are you going to do it today? Are you going to do it today? I don't think she's going to be long though. Oh my goodness me, I think I might cry. I literally turned away for 2 seconds. Hello, little Bubba. So it's 8 o'clock, it's her first night. She's done so well. He's a little ram lamb, which is very sweet. She's been the most amazing mother already. The instinct of it all just fascinates me, and for him. You know, she's a first time mum. She's never done this before, yet she knows how to deal with him, you know, to lick him clean, all that type of thing. And him, you know, within 20 minutes, no, probably more, yeah, about 20 minutes, half an hour, he was just about standing. And then within the hour, he was suckling. So just the instinct is amazing. But they're both doing very well. You can't see him. She's shielding him at the minute. There he is. They're both doing amazing well. Over the morning after, little fella had a very good night, all cooched up with his mama, didn't he, mate? So he's all right, he's doing really well. Mama's doing really well too, aren't you? Yeah, both really good. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that we need to do to Bubba, just to make sure he's all good. So the first is to put iodine on his belly button. Now, holding him like this doesn't hurt him at all. All I'm going to do is dip his belly button. Dip his belly button in the iodine, like so. Okay, now we'll put him down. You successfully managed to get it all over Mum. Fabulous. And the second thing I want to do is weigh him. .7. 3.7 kilos. So I just came round to see if Mama was okay, and I thought, I can't see little Bubba. Where is he? Stop it. All in all, how are we? I'm not sure what day it is. I know it's Friday, I don't know what the date is. Something in March. I'm going to ear tag the little man. Little tags. So they're really flexible, and it'll bend over and it'll get clamped into his ear there. So it sits in this device here, and then so it goes in like, and it clips in. It's quite good, so it will clip in, and then all I do is that will get clipped together on his ear. Yes, it looks painful, it doesn't actually hurt them, and the sooner you do it, within a couple of days of them being born, the better, because their ears have got no muscle or anything in them just yet. When you do it though, you just have to be careful, because when you feel the ear, there's two little veins that run through the ear. There's a gap in the middle, which is quite handy. So you just feel your way into that gap, and that's where you do it. I'm not going to video it because I can't do two things at once. Also, to show you, I think this is quite sweet. This is me, I think. He is 0001. the first. He's done. It doesn't cause them any pain, doesn't hurt them. They're too young at the moment, that's why you do it as young as you possibly can. Good morning all, I just thought I'd check in. It's Wednesday morning. We are now a week since the little man arrived. Still feeding these two girls in here because our big girls outside keep eating everything. So the other two are out there because they keep eating all the Portland's food. So yeah, so they're just being fed. It's a bit of a chilly morning. Little man's doing really well, aren't you fella? Yeah, look at that face. He's hiding from me. That's why he's standing in the corner. He's fed up with me shoving the camera in his face. But all is good. We are still waiting for this one to give birth. So hopefully sometime soon. So it's only me, it's Friday the 29th of March and we've been out for the day and we've just come home to this little bubba. He's another little ram lamb, very sweet, and we think he's probably about an hour or so old, if not a little bit longer than that, but he's a sweetie pie. Good morning, it's 7 o'clock the following morning after the arrival of our second little man last night. It all felt a bit of a rush last night because, as I said, we've been out and I checked before we went and I thought maybe in the next couple of days. So we got home, it must have been about 11 o'clock I think, and came straight up to check them, and kind of being dark and flashing a torch, I kind of looked down, I was like, oh, baby legs, pair of baby legs, 2 pairs of baby legs, oh, we've had one. So yeah, it was all kind of exciting but sudden. I stayed with him for a while because he looked a bit weak, but not being here to see him born, I obviously wasn't 100% sure as to how long he'd been born for as such. He was clean and he was standing, but we just didn't quite know whether he'd suckled. So we waited and waited. I got a bottle ready just in case, but actually by the time I got the bottle ready and came back, he was sucking really well and feeding really well, so he was doing all right. I got up at 3 AM. I woke up naturally, I think, so I popped up just to see him, and he was fine. He was all cooched up nice and warm. So yeah, so I'm just about to go and see him now. It's a beautiful day anyway for a change. Hey mama, this is mama number one, aren't you? Mama number one. Let's see if we can find mama number two. There's mama number two. Hey little man. And there's the new little man. Oh, I'm pleased. Good, good. You alright this morning? You were a good girl last night. You did it all on your own, didn't you? I wasn't here. This little man's still chilled out, aren't you, bud? You're happy as Larry. You're a good girl too, aren't you? Here's a little chap. You right, mate? Yeah. He's another little sweetie pie. Now, in obviously keeping things real, I am disappointed that he's not a ewe lamb. It would have been fantastic to have another ewe that had been bred here, but it's just Just not worked out like that, sadly. But he's another little happy and healthy little boy, so they can play together now and be friends for a while now. But yeah, he's a beautiful little chap. So this is mama number 2. And, oh, where's it? Mama number 2. Bubba number 2, who's sleeping. I'm going to try and introduce them today. Mama number 1, she got in here the other day when I was sorting a few bits out, and she was really mean to him. But hopefully now we've had them separated for 24 hours or so, it might be different. So let's see how we get on. Hello, little fella. Oh, beaut, aren't you, matey? You little beauty. Look at that little face. I think they're just all right today. I think they're just going to be asserting their motherhood on each other and the little ones. The little ones obviously want to play, but I'll give them a few hours, like a day in here, in the what I'm going to call the nursery pen, and then they can go all out together. I just want to show you something that's a little bit grim and disgusting, but it's a really good sign. Wait there. So this is the new little man. It's now Easter Sunday, so it's Sunday. He was born on Friday night. Colostrum poo. It's completely different to all other sheep poo. Normally sheep poo is like little black pellets, but this is obviously what we call colostrum poo. It's a bit grim. It's orange, sticky and horrible, but it's a really, really good sign. It means he's drinking properly and he's getting everything he needs. I'm going to take it out for him because it's really uncomfortable and Mama's not helping him, so I'm going to take it out for him. Nice. Just to come and check on everybody. Make sure everybody's happy and where they should be. Oh yeah, look. Here we go. It's okay, mamas. And just double checking. We're all good. Yeah. All where we should be. Chilling out. Good, good. Okay. This is for you. Good morning. I just thought I'd check in. These two are out in the paddock full time with their mummies now. It's Wednesday morning, so big guy's probably, I don't know, he must be nearly over 2 weeks old now. And the little man here, he's nearly a week old. He'll be a week old on Friday. And they're doing really, really well, aren't you boys? you okay there, chap? Are you okay? Yeah, you look it. Look at that little face, he's still super cute. He's getting bigger now. They're both getting bigger. He still looks like a deer. Morning gang, I thought I'd check in. I did actually want to, had thoughts today to wrap this lambing video up because we've been doing really well and we're 4 weeks in from the big man coming. But I thought I'd keep it real and let you know that big man on the right, he's not feeling 100%. He's a bit lame on his front left. So we actually have the vet coming out today. He's had painkiller over the last 4 days and it's not making any difference. So vet is coming out today to check him out. I'm not going to make him run around now, but I do have a video that I've already taken. Hey mate! His little horns are coming through. He's very sweet. He still looks like a deer, I think. But yeah, so this man's not feeling 100%, are you, mate? Hey? So we're going to get the vet to check you out and make sure you're okay. Yeah, this little man just needs a little bit of TLC, don't you? Hopefully it's nothing serious. We're hoping that he's just jumped on it wrong and that it doesn't look broken, but I'm no expert. He's still running on it when he runs away from me. But you can tell he's not feeling 100% because normally at this stage, if I had a camera in his face now, he could run a mile. So yeah, so we're just going to get you checked out, aren't we, bud? Yeah. You little face. Just thought I'd give you a little update on the little man, or the big fella as I now call him. Vet's been. He's got a swollen knee joint, but nothing's broken, no fractures or anything like that. And he's got a little bit of a raspy chest, probably brought on by all the rain and the horrible weather we've had. So he's had some painkiller and anti-inflammatory, and he's got some antibiotics for the next couple of days too. So we're just keeping an eye on him, but I think he's going to be all right. Just needs a little bit of dry rest. He seems more than happy enough now. He's hiding from me because he's around the other side having a good drink. He's a right chunky monkey now, I tell you. I said to the vet about the fact that I don't necessarily always see him feeding. Well, he obviously is, because he's a right chunk now. It's actually really lovely to see. There you fella, there he is. He's already walking better on it since he's had that painkiller. So the painkiller we've got, he had today, and then we've got to give it to him again in day after tomorrow. Hey, mama. So, but vet is, otherwise than that, very happy with him. Obviously, as you can see, he's suckling. He's a big boy now, aren't you? A big chunk. But yeah, he's doing all right. So yeah, he's got a little bit of a raspy chest. She's not worried, but she wanted to give him antibiotics now before it turns into anything else, and I am more than happy with that. Being a first time for me, you know, I'm learning as well. So now I know the signs and I'd know what to do and bits and pieces. Look at this lot. Friday night, chilling. Big fella's a lot happier. He's already doing all right. And they're all just chilling on a Friday night outside because it's dry. Can't go in the paddocks just yet, but it's nice to have them out here enjoying themselves. Just an update on the big man. He's doing so much better. It's Saturday. We obviously had the vet out on Friday. He's had 2 lots of antibiotics and 1 lot of painkiller so far. And he's doing so much better. Aren't you, pal? Yeah. Go on then, mate. Doing much better today, which is great. So it's Sunday evening. These guys have been finally out on grass all day, which has been lovely for them, but I've just brought them in just to have, at the moment, just with the unpredictability of the weather still, I'm bringing them in the evening. But yeah, they've been out on grass all day, which has been lush. So yeah, we're nearly there. Hopefully they'll be out on grass all this week if the weather stays good, fingers crossed. gang, how are we? I just realised that there was a couple of things I hadn't shown you about what we do with the little lammies. The first one was to show you, how we castrate them. Now I have already done these two boys, but I thought I'd just quickly show you what it is. So they have a little ring, the dignity that goes on there. And I'll show you what it is. A castration tool that looks like that. It looks really evil. I suppose it is, some people say. And then you have a little rubber ring. You slip the rubber ring over the thing. Open it up like that. And then the poor little chap has it opened up and then slid over his bits, and then it's clamped off, and then obviously it's clamped round. You can see it's clamped round like that, and then over time everything dries up and falls off, doesn't it, pal? I know, I'm sorry. I know. Look at his little horns coming through, it's too cute. This is our second little man, who I've kind of nicknamed Conkers for the time being, just because he's very sweet. He's getting heavy too. They get surprisingly heavy really quickly. But you can see his little horns are coming through. Say, hey mate. Hello. Second thing I wanted to show you, if I can, is how to ear tag him. Now with the other one, I ear tagged him on day 2. I ummed and ahed about whether that was the right decision to make. I don't regret it, and I think I would do that again in the future, but I left him a little bit longer. Honestly, he was quite pretty, so I didn't want to ruin him straight away. But I'm going to try and ear tag him now, and I'm going to try and show you if I can. So bear with me, because I'm trying to do this one-handed. So he is 002. Let's sort of think about how I get these in. So that goes in like, oh. So that slid in there like so, ready to clamp onto his ear. Now I didn't show you the first time purely because I wasn't 100% comfortable and confident, but I feel a bit more confident about it this time. So now, in the last video I said it was 2 veins. In fact, it's 2 pieces of cartilage. See, I'm learning as I go, that run down here. In the middle, there's a gap. So if you can get it in the middle of the 2 pieces of cartilage, he's not going to wriggle around too much. And clamp. He's not going to like it because the last one obviously I did fairly early. But this one I chose to leave a little bit later. So there's one done. Let's just do the second one. You can hear Mum out there. I know. There we go. It's very, very quick. And he's done. As I said last time, I didn't actually show you. I explained a little bit about it, but in keeping it real as I want to on this, I wasn't 100%. I wanted to be confident that I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I was doing as such, but I didn't want to show the world just in case. But that time I felt much more confident about it. So he's got his 2 little earrings in now. He's happy. It won't hurt him too much. Like you chap. Yeah. Oh, I know, he's a wriggler. They're both wrigglies. Yeah. So that's it. So that's castrating and ear tagging. Great fella. Oh. Too much. I've just had a thought. There's one more thing I just wanted to say for today. In case I forget to say this at the very end, which I probably will. There's a few thank yous I need to make. Obviously, as you all know, this is a first time lambing for us. That's why I've documented it. Because it's been an adventure, and obviously wanted to share it with you. But there's just 3 thank yous I need to make. Helen, Charlie and Dave. The 3 of them have been incredible. Helen is a Portland breeder herself, and she is the Portland rep for Wales, and she is the lady that took our 2 girls to her tup for 5 weeks, about an hour away, and she's like my Portland goddess. She's brilliant. Charlie is the farm manager down at Merriswood in Guildford in Surrey, and that is where we got the Portlands from. I went there for a smallholding course back in January 2020 before we all got locked down with COVID, and she's the farm manager there. And the minute I saw the Portlands and I saw a couple of lambings, I knew that I'd have them one day, and I fell in love with them. And she has been absolutely incredible. Charlie, you've been amazing. The same as Helen. Any queries I've got, if I'm unsure about anything, I send videos and photographs and bits and pieces, and they're always at the end of the phone to give me advice. No stress, you know, they're not bothered. So thank you. And finally, Dave, my neighbour up the road, who I got our 2 big girls from. Dave, you've been a star too, because without you as well, answering my random questions at all times of the day, I wouldn't have got through it. So just quickly to the 3 of you, thank you. You've been amazing. I couldn't have done it without you. So that is us done. Lambing 2024 for us is over. We obviously have 2 little ram lambs, very happy with them. Their destinies are not set in stone yet, but watch this space, you'll find out, I'm sure. I hope you've enjoyed following along. It's been really good to sort of record it and document it. First time for us, obviously a big learning curve. And I've learnt so much already just in a month. It's been amazing. I've really enjoyed learning as well. So yeah, it's been a really good experience. I mean, no doubt if things hadn't gone as well as they did, then it might, you know, I'd obviously have more negative things to say. But as the first year, I'm really happy. Yes, we've got, we've had a little lammy with a bit of an injury, but that's all good. The weather is hopefully now drying up, so everybody will be able to go back out on grass and be happy. But yeah, as I said previously in the video, this is a learning curve for me. This is my first year. If there's anything out on this video that people disapprove of or whatnot, I can only apologise. I'm going with the flow and learning as I go. So my biggest priority is that my sheep and my lambs are happy and healthy, and I will do anything I can to make that happen. So yeah, I hope somebody finds this useful and somebody can watch this video like me, that's a complete learner, complete newbie, and pick up some tips along the way if they can. So yeah, I've loved it. We've loved it. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you spending the time to follow our story. You can catch us on Facebook and Instagram under The Country Dwellers, and obviously you can catch videos on here on YouTube. And if you want to know anything, you know where I am. Thanks for watching. Bye.